What's going on, everybody? Trev Wilson here. Welcome back to the Bourbon Wrench, to the first video of 2023. And the best way to do that is to send off 2022 with a bang. In my last video, which was the top 10 bourbons of 2022, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out first so you can see what I think about each of the bottles on that list, and what I think about the top 3 bottles that are here before us. In that video, I mentioned 3 specific bottles that very well could be my favorite whiskey of 2022. In that video, I did not rank them. I mentioned that I would probably do a video, picking between the 3 which my favorite is, and that's what we're doing. Blind flight, baby. So the 3 bottles that are on the list, they are gonna be in today's blind flight. Spoiler alert, go check that out first if you want to be surprised. But Lucky 7, the proprietor, 14 years old, 118 proof. Calumet Farm, 16-year-old, 106 proof. And Knob Creek, 18, 100 proof. These are all super heavy hitters. I've never blinded them side by side to see which one I truly like the best. So I figured, hey, let's just do it for the heck of it. But a blind flight is not complete with 3 bottles. So what I figured we would do is to have a control bourbon thrown in the mix. And I thought, what better bourbon to stack up amongst these giants than good old Jack Daniel's Bonded? Yeah, I want to see. Maybe I'm just giving it too much crap for making somebody's number 1, but I want to see. I want to see how good it is compared to these other guys, just for the heck of it. So all 4 of these are blind in front of me. It's my goal to go through them and ultimately order them, 4th to 1st. Doesn't matter which one is which, other than which one I like the most. So let's get right into the blind. Glass A. A lot of sweetness and a lot of oak. So sweet oak. Kind of a cherry note a little bit in there. Nice and toasty. You get the crustiness, you get some pie crust. Nice and spicy, cinnamon spicy, little proofy. So let's get into it. Oh, baby. Dang. This is why I wanted to do this video. It's because I get to drink 3 of the best whiskeys and Jack Daniels in one video. Man, that is so dang good. That's like so balanced to me. It's just everything sweet and oaky is brought together in not too much in any one direction. I think that's solid. Let me just move straight on to Glass B so I can start seeing the differences between them. They are all, relatively aged, so I want to see how different the oak is amongst all of them. Glass B. Definitely a little oakier. Some of the sweetness is gone. It's more dark in terms of dark chocolate, dark cherry, maybe a dark chocolate covered cherry, a little more vanilla, not as much spiciness. I wouldn't say muted, but it's kind of, the edges are rounded a little bit. Maybe A had more cinnamon spice, more alcohol, ethanol burn. This one just seems pretty round. And then on the palate, some more of that sweet oak. The sweetness, though, in terms of the fruitiness, I think I was getting more of it on Glass A. I wouldn't say this seems muted, but comparatively, it's coming off that way a little bit. This one just seems a little more char forward, a little more oak forward. Some of the sweet notes are a little subdued in there. It's still really good, but man, A, so far, it might be winning. Let's go on to C, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty once we get through all of them. Glass C. That is just, what? It's like a ripe banana, almost. Like, you just unpeeled a green banana. There is some chocolatey, some oakiness, but it's way less, especially coming off the heels of the front 2. Especially coming off the heels of B. Way, way less, but it is there. I am getting it. Yeah, I'm getting chocolate ripe banana right now. So let's just taste it. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's Jack Daniels. That's through and through everything you would expect from a Jack Daniels. It tastes exactly like a Jack Daniels. I can't wait for this to not be Jack Daniels. While that is good, I'm gonna go all in and dig my grave and say that is not the winner. It just does not hold a match to these other two. I don't even know what the last one tastes like, but it doesn't hold a match to that one either. It's good, but come on. We're talking it's just a Jack Daniels. Nothing too special about it. Let's go on to D, and then we'll battle between these three, because Jack Daniels is out. I really hope that's not Jack Daniels, and everyone hates me. All right, glass D. Man, that's kind of peanutty, little peanut butter. Nice toasting, some good oak. Man, I'm curious now, because I'm gonna have to go back through them and compare them directly. I was starting to have an idea of what some of these were, but this just kind of threw a wrench into things. Get it? Let's just taste it, because that's all that matters. Still getting a lot of oak, but you're getting a lot of this peanut butter. It's like a peanut butter brittle dessert. It's fantastic. Not a lot of fruity notes. There's no cherry or anything like that. It's pretty much strictly like crust dessert flavors and some oaky flavors, that charred barrel note that I absolutely love. I think that's really solid. I think so far, maybe A and D are in the lead, but I gotta see. I wanna compare them to C, or to B. We know what C is. See you later. I'm gonna start side by siding them, and then we're gonna rank them. I'll just go with D and B. So I'm gonna do B first, and I'm gonna go straight into the D. What's crazy, guys, and I encourage all of you to do this, if you pour some stuff blind, like even if you know what it is, pour them out, pour 4 glasses. Things are different when you go back to them and you drink something and then go to another one. It's totally different. It's honestly pretty crazy. Going back to B, I'm getting more of almost like a banana note. It's some sort of fruity characteristic other than that cherry note I was getting. Maybe it's just very vanilla, like cherry vanilla. It's actually pretty good. It's almost like a cherry vanilla Coke note, which is I don't think I've ever said that. That's crazy. And then going straight into D off the nose of that makes D seem like way more. It's like sticking your head in the barrel. All right, locking in what I'm getting. I think I'm gonna edge D. I like D. I want the D. It has a spiciness that I think B kind of lacks, honestly. I think D has this extra thing that's going on the back of the palate that just pushes it forward a little bit. Now we have to do the even harder thing between A and D. A's definitely has a little more brightness, maybe a little more vanilla forward type of things, whereas D's definitely darker, okay? Dark, lock it in, lock it in. It's so balanced. A is really balanced, and I think that's what's really doing it for me. Is because it gives you a lot of what these others are giving you, but it's giving you something that these other ones aren't. It's like bringing up some stuff. I don't know, balanced. I think I have my order, which is crazy. I feel like I did this quick. You know, post-editing Trev's probably like, dude, this was not quick at all. You suck. But let's find out what they are, and then I'll elaborate what I think about them. Last place is C, very obviously. Third place is B, second place D, and first place is going to A. Now, I'm honestly really scared to find out the results, but it doesn't really matter at all because all 3 of them are delicious. I'm glad I have all 3 of them. Let's find out what they are. All right, last place. I called this one. It's Jack Daniels, okay? It's Jack Daniels. And it is... It's not Jack Daniels! I'm just kidding. It's totally Jack Daniels bonded. You know, I've been saying this from the moment that I saw this was #1. So again, if you haven't seen that video, check it out somewhere. Watch that one. I break it down. I like this bottle a lot. I think it is needed in the community, on the market. It just does not stack up in terms of this is the best tasting whiskey. No way. It's just a good Jack Daniels, period. Third place goes to B. I honestly don't know which one this was. I think I know what D is, but A and B really were throwing me for a loop. Calumet Farm 16. Oh man, third place. Third place of the top dogs. I mean, I don't know. I think just comparing them side by side to this, I don't know. It seemed like it wasn't balanced enough. So therefore, third place, which is good. I love this bottle. It's just crazy. I don't know. I thought it would win. Third place. All right, moving on. Second place, and ultimately crowning a victor for 2022. Knob Creek 18-year-old. Now, I figured that that's what this was because of that nuttiness. A lot of peanut butter, peanut brittle. It was pretty spicy. This is only 100 proof, and that Calumet was 106. This drink a little spicier. I think that's just part of what Knob Creek is. It delivers. It knocks you in your face. Kind of lacking like fruit notes. So it is like a traditional Knob Creek. I do not get cherry and all this crazy stuff. It's like peanuts in barrel, in just full force, in your face. Really good bottle. That leaves us a winner. The youngest of the batches, the Lucky 7, the proprietor, 14-year-old. When I first opened this bottle, I almost knew that this was something special and knew that this might be the #1 whiskey of the year. It was so shocking when I poured it. I was like, holy crap, what is that? This is the highest proof of them all. But I don't think that is why I picked this. I could definitely tell after going through them all that A was the highest proof, but that's not why. I think it is the 14 years. Everyone wants to say older the better. I don't think so. I think there is a balance. I think there's a line, and they can push the line. I think some people can put out an ultra aged bourbon with balance. 14 years typically isn't what I would say is the sweet spot for bourbon. I think they pushed it and made it acceptable. It's totally balanced. It gives you the spice, it gives you the sweetness, it gives you the oak. I think a lot of times the ultra aged bourbons, the oak really starts rounding things off, rounding off the spiciness. It kind of, the bitterness kind of takes over on the palate. I think this is totally balanced, right where they want it, right where I want it. And it was pretty clear, man. Like, this is a hitter bottle. There we have it, guys. The winner of 2022 officially, for my palate, is the Lucky 7, 14-year-old, the proprietor. Seriously, Lucky 7, whoever you are, keep doing that. That is so good. And other people, take note. You're gonna put out an aged product, better be balanced. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys had a wonderful 2022, and I hope we have one heck of a 2023. Let me know if you have these bottles, how you personally would rank them, or any of the bottles on today's blind in your top of 2022. Leave a comment down below letting me know. Remember to hit the like, the subscribe, turn on the alert bell, all of that mumbo jumbo. If you want to support me more, you can do so by joining the Patreon page, where you will get access to exclusive Bourbon Wrench merch and access to exclusive Bourbon Wrench Patreon barrel picks. That's right, a lot of them coming for 2023. Check it out. And until next time, guys, I'm Trev Wilson. See ya in the next video.